during the middle part of the week and picking back up towards the end of it. All right, Ben, back to you again.
Thank you, Craig. Time now, 6:50. Online radio service Pandora has more than 90 million registered users, but last week's IPO had some static. What does this mean for the future of radio? I'd like to welcome in Jay Bailey, CEO of Sun Radio Networks. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Jay, so Pandora's value plunged $2 billion in a day this week after the IPO, but still worth as much as 10 of the biggest radio companies there are, including Clear Channel. So what does this tell you?
It's not a huge surprise. It's a tech company. You know, I mean, we're on the verge of another tech bubble collapse. It's these large companies that are way overvalued, and all they are very big computers that gather data on us. It's a great service, but it was not a giant surprise to me.
Let's talk about the service. Pandora faces other competition, traditional radio, online services, Apple, Amazon, Google, Sirius. What does all this mean for the consumer?
It's great news for the consumer. It's great news for me in terrestrial radio. It's giving the consumer choices. It's forcing us all to evolve. It's forcing us to make changes. I think it's wonderful news.
What if Facebook decided to get in the music business? What would happen then?
I'm not a Facebook lover. I think Facebook doesn't need to get into that business. It may be something just to give you another toy to play with while you're on their site. Facebook is a data gathering company, and they want to know about you so that they can market to you. I don't think Facebook is a giant player in the music industry.
So you're not a fan of this Facebook I speak of?
Never heard of it.
All right. Now, how can a service like Sun Radio position itself in the marketplace?
Sun Radio is, you know, I mean, we're a syndication company. We are a content provider. Today, our mechanism to deliver it is the radio in your car. We've got to just smarten up our content, make it more interactive. Radio in general has to become more interactive. You guys, television, movies, the internet, apps, phones.
But how do we do that?
You have to tap into the people that will be running this country, this station, 10 years from now, and that's younger people to figure out what will bring them back to the mediums.
Do you decide what people want, or do the people decide and you give them what they want?
The people should be in control of what they want. They should be deciding. I'm a 35-year-old guy running a company wearing a suit all day. I can't tell you what a 15-year-old really likes to do with his day and what he likes for content.
Maybe sleeping.
Probably.
Maybe skipping school.
Well, but
Maybe
you know, he's one of those Facebook guys, so.
All right, in 10 years, what's the biggest change you'll see in radio? What do you think?
You know, I've been saying this for the longest time now. 4 years ago, we heard the word app, and look at what it's done to us in 4 years. For the radio business, I think the biggest change is it's going to be very, very difficult to find my terrestrial radio signals on your car dial or in your car. Or when's the last time you went out and bought a radio for your home?
Never.
It's very difficult, and I think that's where we're going to be 10 years, 5 years from now. We're going to be challenging ourselves. How do we get people to find where we are?
Is the business in trouble? The business model?
I think the business is okay. It's content. We're always going to need to provide content to people, whether it's visual or audio. I think we're a little flawed in our thinking right now that everybody's always going to have that radio in their car or at home to tune into.
Right.
And that services like Pandora or Google, Apple aren't going to get into the local business. They will start delivering local content along with this.
Well, you're right. The ESPN.com now has local regional websites, whether it's Chicago, L.A., New York. So they're getting in on the turf of the local papers in those markets, and that's just that one part. Now you have other parts as well of radio. All right, Jay Bailey, thank you so much for joining us at Good Morning South Florida. We're back in a moment. And you're taking a look live.